suppose this will be the last time I turn off my existing personal build. What was formerly known as Northern Lights, but is currently Superman colored with Superman background. Yeah, this is the originally in the PCO11 Dynamic in white, and you can check out videos on my channel about this build. But yeah, it's time to move on to the bigger one. So we're going to turn this off. We're going to deep clean it. That's so nasty. And reuse the fans and radiators. I'm going to 60mm tubing, so I won't be using the existing fittings other than the adapters. All right, and here we go. Let's just turn this off. Shut down. It served me well. And there we go.
It's okay.
Suffice it to say, the old computer was disgustingly dirty, and cleaning it was a huge priority and pretty much took all day. One thing that definitely came in handy was the CompuCleaner electric air blower, and I definitely recommend getting one of these versus canned air, as, well, you're not going to run out, it won't get too cold and stop blowing air, and it's better for the environment. Other things I used to clean the computer were shop towels, precision Q-tips, and 99.9% isopropyl alcohol. The alcohol evaporates really quick and won't damage your components. The precision Q-tips help me get into all the nooks and crannies.
Kind of like nooks and crannies. Nooks and crannies, yes. Perhaps this would be more accurate. Nooks and crannies rather than alcoves. Yeah.
Of the various components, and the paper towels of course help dust off or clean off the bigger bits. However, I will recommend over these even are coffee filters. Why? Because they leave less debris or fibers in your components, and they absorb the alcohol just as well as the paper towels do. However, for water cooling and catching leaks, the paper towels are definitely come in handy. And as you can see from these follow-up pictures, the computer looks a lot better even just after air cleaning it. I took pretty much several hours to really get the grime and dirt off. I took apart the whole motherboard. With the GPU block and monoblock, I went ahead and got some Crest 3D white toothpaste and a soft bristle toothbrush and gently brushed the plating as well. And I really was able to get these things looking like new, and they've now gone to their new forever homes as I have sold them. So yeah, overall lesson learned will be cleaning regularly the new computer, and pretty much just let everything else after I rinsed it off, like the fittings and the radiator, just let those air dry. If you're interested in any of the items I've described for your cleaning your computer, I'll put the links in the description below.
Just a little bit of an update. I was worried that I was going to run into clearance issues with the GPU, be able to get a pump in here, and I kind of have. So I'm not going to be able to put it where I wanted to, which was on the bottom. I'm going to put a bottom rad and fans there. I'm going to put a top rad and fans here, and just fans on the side. Luckily though, I can just get the pump, let me get in the shot, all the way over here, and then the fans can be in behind the bracket actually instead of in front. So I'll be able to put the pump here. I'm going to have the radiator inlet and outlet here, and possibly over here for the top one as opposed to in the back. So it'll be interesting. I haven't decided fully yet how I'm going to route the tubing, but yeah, this GPU is kind of large and the case isn't as long as I thought it was, or the GPU is longer than I thought it was, whatever, either way. This will be for an interesting build. And this is a small pump when you put it, or reservoir rather, when you put it in here. So being able to not have it just disappear is kind of the goal at this point. And we got a build update and a cleaning update. So for all intents and purposes, the old computer is pretty much tore apart. The motherboard, RAM are still in there because I'm going to get to those later. You can see the graphics card right here. It actually had a little algae growth, I think. So I'm going to have to take this apart and scrub it a little bit. There's the DDC pump with the heatsink. I really love this thing. This is just, it's just solid. I love it. But yeah, and then all my old custom cables. The new ones are still being processed or in the mail. I don't know how long it's gonna take. It's cable mod. So here is, oh, my thumb's in the way, sorry. I'm not used to filming on my phone. Here is the new build progressing. So don't mind the 2 stacked fans. Those are actually gonna go up here once I have my more cables so I can route them, because I don't want to put fans on until I have the routing done. The graphics card, you can see, is huge, and there is like 0 clearance for that pump. In fact, I'm really kind of pissed because of that lack of clearance. Additionally, I really wanted to use this. I really did, but it just doesn't look good. It doesn't fill up much space. If the reservoir was, you know, a little bit taller, then I think maybe. However, you have all this ungainliness getting to the inlet, and then you have the outlets down here, so it's just a nightmare. So I may have done a thing and got a front distribution plate from 𝐂𝐫𝐲𝐵. It's their D5 reflection. It is RGB. It's a D5 pump though, which is cool as opposed to a DDC. I still hope to plug it into the Commander Pro. I still even got an adapter for the RGB to plug into the lighting node hub thingies, because I wanted it all controlled by Corsair. Like, I even got an adapter for the EK block so that I could put that into the Commander Pro, etc., and have everything controlled by iCUE, because I don't mind ecosystems. I really don't, as long as they're done well. But it's accommodation. That's the hard part with PC part building. You just don't get that. So, I mean, the build's looking good. It's coming along. Building in a black case is very hard. I will say one thing with the PC11 Dynamic XL, I love the radiator bracket. The fact that I can install everything outside and then just easily plop this in. That's it. I mean, it's nice. So it made it a lot easier to be able to just get that in there and then flip it over and screw in the radiator and not worry about it. I kind of wish that there was a tray on top too, so that I could also do it. And then here is the beginning of the rat's nest cables. I am going down to 2 radiators since I'm not water cooling, and my hardwood floor is very creaky, sorry. Since I'm not water cooling the GPU, I'm going down to 2 radiators. Arguably I could probably just do 1, but I wanted the symmetry of having top and bottom. And if I go with the distribution plate, which I think I am, we'll get rid of this. I'll have more room here. I'll probably bring the 3 fans down a little bit. Now the nifty thing is, with the way this is set up, is cleaning will be a little bit easier maybe, provided the tubing doesn't get in the way, because I'll be able to take all the fans out without worrying about the tubes, because I'm gonna have the inlet and outlet over here. I'm not gonna have any kind of crossing. So the 2 lengths aren't, and then the inlet and outlet over here as well. So it's not gonna be very long runs other than with the CPU block, and we'll see how it looks. And then again, if I decide to add a GPU block eventually, we'll have more tubes. So who knows, you know. I just wanted something a little bit easier. I am finding that the difficulty of water cooling is that maintenance is a pain in the ass. And yeah, I'm really disappointed because I really wanted to use this, and I still might use it for a little bit because I need a computer. I need this up and running ASAP, so waiting until late March for that distro plate is not ideal, and it costs a pretty penny, but I have some money that I was putting stuff towards somewhere else that I'll put towards it, etc., etc. Plus I'm selling the GPU and that block, and I'll be able to sell some other stuff and kind of help pay for this computer, which was the plan all along anyway, selling the old stuff to pay for the new stuff. I kind of stopped doing a time lapse because I've been literally staring at this thing like it's a piece of art, trying to figure out where to put things. So yeah, I'll have another update later.